Hello everyone and welcome to day 2. Very, very exciting. Scripting is magical, and don't forget this is a challenge. So we're hoping that you're going to take us up on the challenge and incorporate it into your life. So as promised in day 1, we will be talking about 2 ways that you can script. Also, we will be bringing in a foolproof example of how you sort of make this airtight. So it absolutely works without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm going to give you an example of why you might need that foolproof method because, you know, it can go astray sometimes. So we're going to pull it back and give you an example of that. And also we want you to personalize this. Not only will we be taking you through absolutely everything that you need to do. There's a couple of steps, but we want you to personalize it. We want you to bring in your own beautiful magic any way that you want. We're going to give you some examples, but you know, this is all about you bringing in your imagination because, you know, scripting is a way for you to really talk. It's the language of the universe, being really, really specific with the universe and showing this energy. It's almost like a low jacking kind of device because once you put your energy out there, you're showing the universe what you want and then you're allowing the universe to give it to you. And of course, as it happens, you'll be amazed at the results. And then from there, you'll be like, what else can I do, right? And if you're looking for a job and you're looking for even a lover or a new house, you know, there's certain things that you would do in order to put your energy out there to find the perfect person, the perfect job, the perfect house for you. So why not use scripting? I mean, the universe is... they are the ultimate resource. They will be able to get you exactly what you want. So let's get going on this. So 2 ways to do this, right? So there's a longer way and a shorter way. And then we're going to give you the foolproof example of what you do. And we'll also give you the example of why you need that foolproof example because, you know, sometimes it can go astray a little bit. We don't want you doing that. And then we're going to give you absolute proper examples of how you bring in your own energy and make it yours. So the first way that we're going to talk about, even though I did 2, the first way that we're going to talk about is what I consider sort of a long-term, sort of a vision board type of scripting. So I figure out now you can do it as 1 year, you can do it as 5 years, you can do it as 10 years, or you can do it as a lifetime. So, you know, script what it is that you're looking for to achieve in this lifetime. Now you can make this emotional achievements. You can make this physical achievements. I want $1 million. I want this, that, and the other. Whatever it is that you want, script it down and use present tense always. It says to the universe that you already have it. So use present tense when you're scripting. And again, when you are figuring out what you want long term, be as specific as possible. You know, if you want a house, how many bedrooms does it have, or what kind of energy does it have? Now, you don't have to be, you know, for the long term, I don't always get as specific. I always say things like a big enough house to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And I want to be able to do this in, I want to be able to entertain in, I want it to be near water. Whatever it is that you want, I want it to be out in the country. I want an urban house, that sort of thing. And again, it's scripting. I already have this. So I have a house that's da 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 da. If you want 4 bedrooms, list 4 bedrooms. If you want a bathtub, list a bathtub. Now it sounds really silly, but if you don't list exactly what you want, then, and I've had this happen to me before, you'll get exactly pretty much what you want. And then if you didn't list the bathtub down there, you'll get like a bathroom without a bathtub, and everything else will be perfect. You'll take the place anyway, but you'll wonder why you didn't put it down there. So it's up to you to figure out exactly what you want. I've scripted 4 apartments before. There was one apartment I remember when I lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I asked for a wood-burning fireplace. I was obsessed with them. Now, I got that in the scripting. I got exactly what I wanted. In the scripting, I never used the fireplace. In fact, you know, I was in Europe for the time that we would have been using it in the winter. I don't even think my roommate used it at the time. This is many, many years ago. But I asked for it and I got it, right? So ask for exactly what you want and be specific. And don't leave anything out. If there's something that you really want, put it down and be specific. Again, always, always, always in present tense. So when you're doing this, it's really nice to have a bigger viewpoint of what it is that you're looking for. So it's this longer term way of doing this. It's like a vision board again. You can break it up and just in general what you're looking to see in your life. Now, I like doing this because it really gets you into the habit of scripting, the idea of scripting, without being overwhelmed about what you want in the moment, right? And just putting down what you want. I want to be of service to people. I want to use my gifts in a very specific way. Put it all down. This is all very important. And it gives you an idea of your energy, of where you are and what you're looking for. Now, this may shift and change. You know, vision boards shift and change all the time. But if you put it down there, you get an idea of what you're looking for. Now, the second way that we're going to say is for the shorter term. Again, if you're looking for an apartment, if you're looking for a person, if you're looking for a house, whatever it is that you're looking for in the shorter term or a couple of months. Then again, list everything down, again in present tense. Now, this is really important because this is a beautiful time for you to be very honest about what it is that you want. And again, you would be looking for this anyway. So this is sort of immediate action. This is you putting yourself on paper and saying to the universe, I want this. And I'm willing to be able to say that I want this. I'm putting myself out on the line. I'm ready to do this. Again, always in present tense. Be very specific about what you want. But at the same time, as the example that we had in day one, if you haven't seen that into the introduction, I would go back and have a look. As my friend listed, she wanted to be around divine feminine energy, sort of like a vortex, this beautiful energy. And she ended up getting a place that used to be a birthing center and had been renovated. So, you know, you can be as specific as you want, but you don't need to know the outcome of what it will look like. So if you want an apartment that, like she did, where it had divine feminine energy, put that down, you know, but also put the specifics down, 2 bedrooms, this wood burning fireplace, whatever it is that you want. And again, in present tense. Now, we want to talk to you about you really having your energy in and around this and believing that you can have it, right? So as you do this, like you've written your list, you're ready. What we would suggest that you do is that scripting is very important, but say it out loud. What that does is it takes it off the paper and it brings it out into the forefront. Now this energy has been spoken, it's out there into the universe, right? Speak it out. Speak it out. Everything that you want. And also at the same time, be very, very clear that you can get it. You know, you can say to the universe, you can have a mantra. I know that this is available for me. I know that everything that I put out there comes back to me, all of this energy. I believe that this will come easily to me without a shadow of a doubt. And there's no reason why it wouldn't come easily to you. And I'll tell you why. You're not in charge of it. The universe is overseeing and overlooking everything that you've asked for, and you're not getting in the way of it. You don't need to imagine necessarily how it's going to look, like the example that I gave you in day one about the apartment or the house that I was looking for myself and my family when we were moving. I didn't even know it existed, not to the extent that I was asking for, right? It was sort of very specific. And so I didn't have to sort of try on what the apartment would look like, but I did try on what it would feel like to live there. So that's the next thing. You've scripted, everything is in present tense. You've spoken it aloud and you've said to the universe, all right, this is what I want. Now this works whether you're doing the long term or the short term. Now you've said some kind of mantra. You're speaking to the universe and saying there's no reason why this energy wouldn't be coming in and around me. There's no reason why it wouldn't be delivered to me. Because honestly, at the end of the day, everything that I've ever wanted, one way or another, has come to me. Now, wanted, needed, I've always landed on my own 2 feet. I've always been lucky. I know that this energy is in and around me. I know that it can be delivered, right? Or words to those effect. If you don't want to use the word lucky, don't. Come up with a mantra where you're saying to the universe, I know that you can do this. I know we can work in tandem. You've done this for me before. You've delivered for me before. I'm going to get out of my own way. I'm going to let you deliver this for me. And then at the end, what you want to do is really imagine what it would be like to have this. to have this job, walking around, and just the energy of it, bring that energy into you. What would it be like to have this job, to have this apartment, and make it really, really specific to you, because your practical brain needs to make it specific for you. If there's one friend that you always call to talk about all these beautiful things that are going on in your life, what would it be like if you called them? If you called them and you were saying, oh my God, this actually happened. Bring in all those little sort of quirks that make it you. What do you always do when something happens that's absolutely brilliant? Do you scream, even if you're in public? Good for you if you do, that's amazing. Or, do you have a happy smile? Whatever it is that you do, make it yours, right? Now, there's another thing that you can do to make it yours too, which is absolutely wonderful. Now, you've written everything, you've scripted everything out, everything is in present tense. Now, to put your own energy onto this too and bring in some extra magic, if you do Reiki, and I teach Reiki, you can look that up on my website. We do magical ways to work with Reiki too, but it doesn't have to be Reiki. But if you have the Reiki symbols, a lot of you are Reiki practitioners out there, Reiki masters, you can put the power symbol right over everything that you've written. Now, if you don't do Reiki, that's fine. There's millions different kinds of ways that you can bring in your energy. One way of doing this is really nice, is use your initials, both your initials or three or four of your initials. And again, put them right over your energy, whatever you've scripted. You can also use runes. You can do your own sigils, whatever you want to do. If you do have Reiki though, I would do all of those and then put the power symbol, incorporate that right on the top of all of your other symbols, right? Now that's bringing in some extra magic for you. That's fusing your magic, your energy onto this. And your initials are very powerful. Your name is very powerful. Your energy is very powerful. And again, whatever you want to bring in, a special rune, make your own sigils, whatever you want to do. The Reiki is there. Everything is there. And all you do is just take up the entire page. Everything that you've written, you want to make sure it's encompassed by all of your symbols, all of your magic, right? And what that does, especially with the power symbol, is it makes it yours. It brings some extra power to it. It puts out more intention. It infuses more of your energy with it. Now, whether you do this or not, it will work. This is just ways to personalize what you want to do. So this is an extra step for all you magical folks out there that just want to experiment with energy. And again, what you want to do is you want to bring in that energy of what it feels like when you have it and really stay with it. You don't need to force it and you don't need to keep it going. All you need to do is click into that energy. You'll feel it. Oh my goodness, I'm here. I've got it. I've got it. It's a couple of seconds. That's fine. Release it and pull out. It's not necessary to maintain that energy of having it, maintain the vibration of having it constantly, because that's too much. You're going to fall out of it and then you'll start doubting yourself. And it's all about pulling it in, knowing that you have it, and releasing it out to the universe, because the universe is going to be doing their job. They are going to be doing their job of supporting you and helping you. And yes, you are there absolutely without a shadow of a doubt to get any help that you want. And again, don't forget that mantra, however you want to say it. Everything gets delivered to me easily and fruitfully, and everything that I want comes to me easily, and I know that I deserve it, because you do. Really bring that into your existence when you're doing this. So let's get you some foolproof points here. So I want to give you an example of what I did once. So I decided that I'd just started, this is many, many years ago, I just started writing a book and I really wanted to write the book. But at the same time, I felt as though I needed to be of service and I wanted to be out in the workforce too. When I write, I really like to, at the time, I really wanted to be balanced. Half the time in the house, half the time in the house. So I scripted for exactly the job that I wanted, absolutely everything. I had managed restaurants before, and bakeries and really huge sort of places before, general manager. So that was a bit too big because I wanted to work on my book. So I just wanted to work for one person that had their own business. I wanted to work for a woman. I wanted to just support somebody, help them with their business, help them run it. and be part of sort of the holistic community. So I wrote everything down, what I wanted, how many hours I wanted to work, how much I wanted to be paid. The one thing that I did leave out was that having it local, because I didn't have a car. And actually this place was literally 30 seconds from my house. It was ridiculous, the one thing that I left out. So I had about 20 things down there, and I was very, very specific about the type of person I wanted to, very strong individual in the community, the type of person that I wanted to work for. So guess what? I got the job, right? I scripted for it. I got it. The lady was wonderful. I loved her. I was really excited to work one-on-one with her and help her with her business and support her and do all of that, manage her business. So I started working, and within 2 days, the energy was toxic in the place. She wasn't toxic. I wasn't toxic. But the energy in the place was toxic, and it didn't make any sense because I wasn't able to do my job properly. I didn't feel comfortable. She wasn't really comfortable with me. We didn't know really what was going on. I only lasted 2.5 months there, and just over the period of the 2.5 months, it just got really icky. I've had jobs like that where I've taken jobs before, and I've kind of fit myself into that place. It usually takes about, half a year to a year, and then I'm like, I don't really want to be here anymore. But considering everything was scripted, everything I wanted was on the list. She was perfect, like golden strands. Everything I wanted was absolutely perfect. And the one thing that I left out, the universe hooked me up with anyway, right? It was 30 seconds from my house, and it all kind of went to crap within a couple of days. So the one thing I did not do, I did not ask myself what I really wanted. My soul wanted to be at home to write this book. It did not want to be out in the workforce supporting anyone. It did not want to be doing that. Deep down, I knew that that's what I wanted to do, but I felt, because I had very, very deep encoding at the time, that I couldn't make money from what I wanted to do. This is many, many years ago. I had to be out in the workforce. I let my encoding and my programming sort of take over, and I went out and did whatever I needed to do. But that's not what I wanted to do. And actually, financially, I would have been fine. I did not need to work at that time. So that was really, really tough, because that energy got very, very toxic. Now, again, it wasn't her that was toxic, or the situation, or me. It was the combination, because I did not ask my soul what I wanted. Because I did not ask my soul what I wanted, I created a toxic environment, right? And we could not get through it. We could not get through it. I actually left her a note 2.5 months later, God love her. And I walked out of the place, nicely. I'd already given, my resignation. It was what it was, but it ended up being quite a terrible 2.5 months. So be conscious of that when you are writing what you want, when you're scripting. One foolproof method, no matter what, whether you're doing the longer term vision board or the shorter term, you can say, as long as it is in accordance with my higher self. Plop that at the top, plop it in the middle, plop it at the bottom, or put it all the way through. As long as you do that, you cover your butt. Right? I did not do that. Now, the universe was nudging me at the time, and it wanted me to pay attention. Now, I ended up finishing that book, and the book is great. The book's going to be great no matter what. It wasn't like, oh my goodness, you only have a certain amount of time to write this book. But my soul really needed that at the time, and I wasn't listening. So if you do not take that into account, situations could get a little toxic. And again, it won't be you, and it won't be the person. It won't be the situation. It's two situations coming together that's created by something that you don't really want. It might be friction. You've heard about people saying, be careful what you wish for, you might get it. This is the reason why. Now, the foolproof is, again, just check in with the universe. As long as this is all in accordance with my higher self, the universe will give you whatever is in accordance with your higher self, without a shadow of a doubt. So always incorporate that when you do your scripting. That is the best way, most foolproof way, without a shadow of a doubt, to get you out of or not into the situation that I got myself into. And let me tell you, it was 2.5 months of trying to backpedal, trying to make it better as much as I could. And I really, really couldn't. I think I got a better deal out of it than she did. And again, two situations where we shouldn't have come together. It's almost like it was being forced, So that could have been completely annihilated. I didn't have to do any of that if I had just listened to the universe, who was nudging me already, and at least encoded that or incorporated that somewhere into my scripting. This never would have happened. So no matter whether you're doing scripting short-term or long-term, if you want it foolproof, go ahead and incorporate that into it. So let's regroup here. So you've decided what you want. Let's go with the shorter one. You've decided what you want. You're going for an apartment, right? You've listed exactly what you want in the apartment to be really, really clear. Now, as much detail as you want, but leave room for imagination, of course. But don't forget to put down everything that you want. If you want a dishwasher, put the dishwasher in there. It sounds silly, but the universe will not know. The universe will not know that you want a dishwasher. Don't make any assumptions. Put down everything that is truly important to you. Put it in, and again, we're talking about talking as we're talking. This is in the, what is the word I'm looking for? In the present tense. My goodness, I'm already scripting in my head. In the present tense, everything in the present tense. Now, you also know that there is a way that you can incorporate your beautiful energy into this. You can absolutely use the Reiki symbols, any symbols that you want. The easiest way to do this, of course, is to use your initials, which is gorgeous, all the way down the page. And if you have Reiki, then you can use the power symbol to bring that all in. Then you say to the universe, of course, I absolutely know. I know without a shadow of a doubt that this is on its way to me. The universe is here to support me. I know that I deserve this. And I know that I deserve this to have it be easy, you know, just to be easy, just to be delivered to me. You're not being snotty brat. You're not like sitting to yourself, oh my God, you know, this is me. Everything has to be about me. This has nothing to do with your ego. You know, the more you have in your life, the happier you are, the more service you can be to other people. To incorporate that into your life. There's no reason why you shouldn't want success. There's no reason why you shouldn't want whatever it is that you want, and believe that it's on its way to you. So remember to do that. And then, of course, the fourth one, more like, is to bring in this energy. Again, bring it in, let it click into what it would feel like. And then release it, right? Release it to the universe. The universe is going to do its job. The more you bring in your own energy, infuse your own energy with this, with your imagination, and personalize it, the more the universe knows to deliver this, right? Because it's yours. The energy is yours. And don't forget to let it go. Just let it go. It's going to happen. The universe, don't get in the way of it. The universe is going to deliver this to you. That's why you have it for that second where you're like clicking into the energy. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely amazing. This is going to happen. Calling your best friend, however it is that you do it. Click into that energy and then release it. That is for the universe. Now, every day you can read through this aloud if you want to. Keep this energy with you. I always love reading the scripted part aloud before I go to bed, right? And then keep that energy with you. But again, you don't need to control it. That's the beauty about scripting. You're letting it go because you don't know how any of this is going to play out. This is all about having that trust and faith. And of course, building this trust and faith with the universe, because when this starts coming in for you, you're going to be amazed. And then you're going to want to do this again and again and again. So don't forget the foolproof energy, whether you're doing the longer scripting or the shorter scripting, as everything is in accordance with my higher self for the good of all and for the good of me, right? Foolproof, absolutely foolproof. So that's from beginning to end, sort of a 4-step process and how to personalize it with your beautiful magic. Now check in with day 3 tomorrow, because we're gonna move you through and that beautiful challenge, because this is all for you to go ahead and put this beautiful energy into your life. So stay tuned for day 3. And also we want to go through a couple of different reasons why something isn't manifesting for you. You've been very clear. You've done the 4 steps. You're figuring out what's going on. And you just don't know what's going on. You just don't know what's going on. You're trying to figure out what's going on, but you don't know what's going on because it's not happening, or it's taking too long, or you're getting your knickers in a twist about it, right? So we will go through some troubleshooting tips with you tomorrow about why it's not manifesting, how you can tweak your energy or perception, and how you can let go, and some reasons why this isn't coming about, and how you can kind of approach things a little bit differently. And of course, we will be talking about the challenge for you to go in and incorporate into your beautiful life, this great way of, honestly, you can script for absolutely everything, get it integrated into your life. The more you do it, the more you used to it you'll get, and then you'll see how the universe comes in and just gives you these beautiful, wonderful things that you've asked for. It's a direct way of working with the universe. So come back and check with us tomorrow for day 3. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.